5 amps, 40 beats, a bunch of effects. Looks like a Nintendo controller. It's the Donner Multipad 100. This week on Learning Curve. I'm Spencer. Thanks for watching Learning Curve. Before we get started, if you're enjoying Learning Curve, if you've been watching it for a while now, if you do me a huge favor, like, share, subscribe, click the little bell, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. This week, we're going to look at the Donner Multipad 100. Let's open the box. Okay. So this is the new Donner multi-pedal. It's like a practice amp with a bunch of effects and a bunch of you can do a bunch of presets with it. It's got a bunch of different cabinets and different amp heads in it. It's got like a 5150 and a AC30 and it's all in like a little video game controller. The first run already sold out, but now you'll be ready for the next run when it's available. This is what we got. Alright, so there you got your 8-bit art. That's kind of cool, right? The Multipad 100, which implies that there could be more multipads coming down the pipe. Well, let's open her up and see what we're getting here. Get this cord out of the way. Sorry about that. So it comes in a box. Very innovative. Okay, you got your owner's manual. You know, I think Donner has been doing a really good job lately with their owner's manuals. The last couple of things I bought from them, they did a really excellent job. This seems pretty clear. It tells you what you get for the drums. It tells you what you get for your different... I don't know if you can see it. I'll do a better job of that. I'll scan it. But it seems pretty simple. So yeah, you get a tuner. You get a bunch of different amps. You get a Fender Tweed Deluxe, a Vox AC30, a Marshal JCM 800, an Orange AD30, a Peavey 5150, an ENGLE Savage 120, and an Ampeg SVT bass amp. That's awesome. You got a play mode, you got a patch mode, you got a drum machine in here, which I'm really looking forward to. And then you've got your different mods. You got delay, you got reverb. So that seems like a lot of fun stuff. And yeah, let's take a look at it. See, it looks like a little controller, a little video game controller. You can put it right on the counter while you're playing, so that'll be fun. There's your input, there's your output, so you can go to your head. Now they say you can use this to perform, so I'm wondering if you could plug it into a PA, and I will find out in the near future if you can. So yeah, it's got a delay knob, a reverb knob, a drum value, 3 different kinds of modulations. Tone, your amps, your volumes. There's your inputs in the back there. And I'll get more pictures of this stuff too, a little closer up so you can just get a better view of it. And then you've got your, you got your belt clip. That's convenient. If you want to go battery, you can. So that's right there. Let me show you that again. That takes a 9 volt. And then, unlike every other pedal in the world, it does come with its own power supply, so that's really convenient. So really, and then you can plug it into a USB jack, and I believe it's got an input. Yeah, it's got a headphones output and an auxiliary input and a cab simulator, and then your USB. So, and then you've got your usual Donner little box candy. So that's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to play with it for a little while, and then I'll tell you what I think of it. There we go. We'll do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to plug it in and see how it sounds, and then I'll check in, let you know what happened. I'm going to play you a bunch of sound clips now, and I got to tell you before we get started, it was very difficult for me to not fiddle with the modulation knob. So frequently these samples will either have a little tremolo on them, or a little flanger, or a little chorus. I hope that doesn't ruin the experience for you, and I feel like if you had one, you would fiddle with the knobs too. So let's see what this thing has to offer. You have to plug your guitar into the input jack. That's how you turn it on. It's designed that way so it saves energy. That way it doesn't keep running when you're not using it. Saves you some batteries. So just plug it in, good to go. Now I have the output running to a Tascam recorder. That's how I'm getting the sound samples. The multipad offers 7 different kinds of amps. You have 2 clean. One of them is kind of a Fender Tweed. Okay, so this is its Tweed. And the other is an AC30. You have 2 overdriven. One is a Marshal JCM 800. I'm having fun so far. This is a Marshal JCM 800 through a 2x12 cab. That is through a bridge humbucker. And the other is an Orange AD30. Then you have 2 distorted. You have a Peavey 5150. Let's try the Peavey 5150. And you have an ENGLE Savage 120. Okay, this is the ENGLE Savage 120. That's not getting around. There is also a bass amp. This is for your bass. I don't own a bass. The multipad has 3 kinds of modulation built into it. It's got chorus, flanger, and tremolo. The multi-pad comes with factory presets, so all you do is push the pad button, switches you over to the preset mode, and then you can switch between, I think there's 9 presets in there, and you can also program your own presets, and you can change their presets. So if you have it set to something you like, you push save, and then you can go back to that without having to refiddle everything. So that's kind of nice. Now, as I mentioned, it's got an input jack, a headphone jack, an auxiliary in jack, so if you want to plug your phone into it so you can play along, or I was using my Chromebook, you can play off your computer. If it's got a 1/4-inch jack, it'll be fine. Looking at you, Apple. But then you can play along with lessons or music or whatever you want to do, jam tracks. It's got a USB plug so you can update it if need be. And like I said, it's got an output jack. Now, the thing with this output jack is you can run it to a recorder, which is what I'm doing, or you can run it to a PA, which sounds like this. You can run it to an amp, which sounds like this. And to be honest with you, I did not go into this with super high expectations, but I'm kind of blown away. The amps sound really good. The modulation does what you need it to do. It could be better, but for 50 bucks, I don't know if it could. You know, I like it. You can get a lot of great tones out of it, and on each channel with the modulation, you can get a lot of variety from each channel. You know, it's not perfect, but for 50 bucks, it's pretty perfect. It's pretty incredible. You know, the gain knob. If you had to pick nits, you're never going to touch the gain knob. You're going to turn it all the way up, and you're going to leave it there because it doesn't impact the sound enough. Except on the clean channels, if you don't turn the gain knob up, it's just too quiet. That's not a problem. You have a clean channel that sounds incredible. You have a couple of clean channels that sound incredible, and you have overdriven channels and dirty channels. So no problem. You've got this wide range of sounds covered. Like I said, pretty well. It sounds pretty great. It also sounded really good through the PA. I was really impressed of the sound when you're not, listening to it through headphones. And I could see, realistically, you could take this to an open mic or maybe even a small gig. I think it can handle it, and it fits in your pocket, so that's amazing. Obviously, it fits in your gig bag. Runs on batteries. It runs off a power source, and it runs off a 9 volt. So if you want to do like a looper and run everything off a power bar, you're still in business. You'll be just fine. So conceivably, you could put like a looper in front of this, run the looper and the multi-pad off of a power bar, and you still have a really small, really portable little rig there with a lot of tones in it. I'm just saying it's something to think about. One thing, if you do buy this, I would recommend getting like a headphone extension cord, like this one. It's got a 1/4 inch. You got your plugs into your headphones on that. I'll try to get that clear. I don't know if it's going to do it. There we go. And then you plug in your headphones to the other end. That way you've got a lot more room. It just, you can see it in the video. Sometimes when you've got that many cords going, it gets a little hinky. Certainly not a deal breaker at that price, but just something to think about. So who would I recommend this to? If you're new and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a rig, this is a great place to start, and it will help you figure out what sounds you like. If you've, like I used to play back in the day, if I was just starting out, I would buy something like this, and then you can get back into it without spending a fortune. This is a great practice amp. It's good, if you need it in your dorm room, if you live in an apartment, if you're playing in your basement, at the office, anywhere you're gonna, want to play through headphones and not lug a bunch of stuff around and still get really good tones. This is going to be a good way to do that. So, I think they're sold out. So if you didn't get one for Christmas, for the person you were thinking of getting it for Christmas, you might be too late. But it's also a nice stocking stuffer sized item. Maybe you could just put it in their sock. Doesn't have to be holiday related. It will fit in a sock any time of year. And just be like, hey, there's something in your sock. Go look. And they'll be like, whoa, practice amp. Thank you so much. You're the best. Multi-pad. Okay, I hope that gives you everything you need to know about this. If you have any more questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching Learning Curve. My name is Spencer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope things are going good for you. We'll see you next time. My name's Spencer. Thank you for watching Learning Curve.